Hello and welcome once again, everybody, to the MC Squared podcast. My name is Andrew McNeil, and I'm joined as always with my co-host Jimmy McCanna. It's been a little while, Jimmy, since we've sat down. Again, we always say this: folks binge watching. If they're binge watching on the YouTube channel, they're not going to know that we took a little bit of a gap, but kind of took a little bit of a break this summer, and it felt kind of good to have some family time and take a little break from politics. I know nobody else, wants to take a break from politics.
No, that's true.
I thought maybe we could maybe chat about. It's been 6 months since Trump took office, or a little over that, and I didn't know if maybe we could do a little brief, scorecard of what we thought he was doing, how he was doing, how the country was going. I know in the last couple of months there's been so much that has happened, so much news, and also what we've done with our families for I don't know, summer fun, and it's kind of crazy to think school's about to start.
Yeah, it is. What is it? So we've been off 2 months, and it's flown by. It really has. Just a little. We had a couple different things we did, which I guess we can recap those. Took our daughter up to Wisconsin to play in a disc golf tournament. Right. It was really nice.
Yeah. How'd she do?
She played really, really well the first round. In the woods, she was actually tied for first, and didn't do quite as good the second couple rounds, but the last round, I was so proud of her. She played, I think, like 7 or 8 strokes better the last round than she did the third round at the same course.
Oh, wow.
And so it was fun. Met a lot of people. It was essentially the same people every day we played with, or she played with. Really good people from all over the country. Played against a girl from Canada, one from Kansas, It was pretty neat. It was a neat time, and so like to do a little disc golf. And I think the next one we have is the state tournament in September down in Nashville, Indiana. So we're excited
about that.
And that
was fun. Do you guys go camping?
Yeah, we camp for that one usually, and we've done that for probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
and so
that was the infamous Daniel year where he had to sleep with was it a raincoat?
Oh, no, that was a bad situation. So we were camping. Andrew's son was camping with us, and instead of grabbing a sleeping bag, he grabbed the soft car top carrier.
Because they look so close.
It was probably about that age where the boys do that. And he grabbed that, he showed up, and he had a soft car top carrier.
To sleep in.
It was cold that night.
It was super cold.
It was so cold. And so I remember I felt bad for him. I gave him my sleeping bag.
Oh, man.
And I slept with, that was a bad night. It was a rough night. I didn't sleep with a car top carrier, but I slept with a tablecloth. I put a tablecloth over.
You were way too nice. I would have been like, you take the tablecloth.
I just wanted all the boys to have a good time, and so I took the tablecloth. I was so cold, and Daniel got the sleeping bag, but we won't forget that because I remember him showing up and pulling that thing out. It was like, oh, I thought that was a sleeping bag, car top carrier. It was a soft car top carrier. So anyway, always been a fun time.
Yes.
And I was just talking to Allison about that. It's really bittersweet because we used to have a bunch of boys that went down, and we still do have some kids that go down, but those times were so much fun. Just spending nights around that campfire after they play and talking about disc golf and everything else that boys talk about up until the late night, and then them playing the next day. And they always played so well. I was always so proud of them. And
there were super, super fond memories for Daniel too. And I think he felt like he got adopted by it, which for our boys, they're always like, "Oh yes, adopt me." I don't know what that is. But.
Well, and the thing is that they don't play much anymore, but they all have like hidden talent in it, which is sometimes as a parent you're like, I don't want to think about those times and like long for those times, but just cherish the memories of them. And I know it sounds really cheesy, but I think you get to a certain stage of life and you're just like, I'm not going to reproduce that in any way, but man, that was cool.
Yeah.
And just think about it that way. So anyway, that's the whole.
It's also an admonition to enjoy enjoy where you're at with your family, with your kids.
Exactly.
Take advantage of the time.
Exactly. Slow it down.
Yeah.
Try to slow it down.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I know. Try to slow those times down, suck that stuff in, and it's, I don't know. But
well, we've had kind of a crazy summer. Not done anything too as far as trips, but we did take a day trip up to St. Joe, Michigan.
Oh, that's nice.
Last week. That was a lot of fun. Had a Holiday World trip for the kids that fell through, so I was like, we gotta make that up to them and find them a beach somewhere. So St. Joe, Michigan, Silver Beach. It's a really nice area, nice little town. There's a beach. I mean, on Lake Michigan, there's a beach closer than that.
Oh,
you can go to Indiana Dunes or whatever, but 3 hours 45 minutes at the most, and you're on the beach, and it was great. So we went up the night before and spent some time on the beach, did some shopping, and I think it rained on us or whatever. But it is kind of incredible how much road construction there is out there.
oh, Michigan's terrible for that.
Yeah, well, in northern Indiana too, I-65. I mean, we there was 2 exits closed on I-65. It's incredible, and I think it's almost always that way. Are they ever going to?
Well, they said when we were in Michigan last year for a disc golf tournament, they said one thing you can always count on is road construction, and it was. I mean, it was all over.
Are they going to get done?
The roads are nicer. The roads are nicer in Michigan.
Yeah,
they really are. You can definitely tell when you cross the state line.
Yeah.
And so maybe they're doing something right. Maybe they're using cheap asphalt. I don't know, but they got to replace it all the time. Usually, it just goes in the political swing, right? You got to do the roads and stuff right before I get elected. I can talk about that road you're driving on now. But
justify the gas tax.
Maybe that's the reason for Michigan. I don't know.
Yeah, so but it's been a good year. We're getting down to we only got a couple kids left in the house, and for us that's kind of weird.
I bet.
The whole thing is
bet.
feeling a little bit like empty nesters, but we're not there yet. We've still got some years left, but
that's good.
Drew's been driving, and so I think we're gonna talk to him a little bit later. So
good deal. Drew's coming on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
His face will appear on this podcast for the first
the Drewski,
time.
the guy behind the man behind the magic.
All right, so talking politics, and we don't want to talk too much politics. Maybe people turn out, but I don't know. I have a lot of people that do listen for the politics, and then when we don't talk politics, I think they're upset, and then whatever, and vice versa. But Jimmy, I only talk about things I really care about. That's so I care. If I care, then I'm going to talk about it. If I don't care, it's going to be like. What do you think of the first 6 months of Trump's presidency?
Can I be real honest? I have not paid a ton of attention.
Okay, I wonder if you're like a lot of folks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm.
That'd be really interesting to know. The folks that are listening to this or watching.
Yeah.
How common that is, I just don't pay attention much.
Yeah, and I don't know if I even pay a lot of attention. I've come into this space where I am pretty skeptical of almost anything I see, you might say it's AI, and it might be. I think AI can be used in amazing ways. I think it also can be used in very detrimental ways, but. Like I get a lot of my stuff from not social media, but just media. Mm-hmm. And so I've brought myself to take whatever I see, if it's a picture, if it's a video, if it's whatever it is, I take a captive first, right? And so I don't really internalize or become
stirred up by it,
stirred up by it. Yeah, or even believe it. So I think I really feel. I really feel that Trump doesn't think of decisions as in the here and like right in front of him. I see him much more as almost like somebody of a chess player.
Yeah.
And I've started to notice this in other aspects of my life, people that are chess players, because I want to do that. I want to think about decisions months, if not years ahead, and make changes now to go towards a target there. And I feel like the world really sees like the immediate little snippets, and they can get really worked up about that when there is these people that are called to these positions really are thinking about things that are going to happen in the future. And they should be making decisions that way. And if you have a leader that's not, that's being that sense of recency around you, you probably should definitely question their ability.
That is really good. That's really good. And that actually, I kind of had maybe not exact thought that. I mean, that's excellent. But the same thing of folks that are been out of shape, and I've run into this because of the turmoil around some of these decisions that Trump's made. And I feel the same way you are. He's laying foundational, generational decisions here that are going to be positive in the next decade.
Yeah.
Who cares that we're having some, I mean, I'm not saying who cares, but we're going to have to accept some turmoil and some upheaval in the here and now for the greater good, for the long term. And don't you kind of do that with your kids and your family? I mean, you make decisions.
Yeah, and if somebody walked in the door and saw you making that decision, they would probably be like, you are a terrible parent.
Yeah.
You know, it's like walking down the street and you see some, Brandy, you don't chew out your kids in public. You're not supposed to do that stuff. But if somebody sees you making a certain decision with a snapshot of your life, then they can really take a judgment upon that.
Right.
Whereas if you see, like, we should be seeing it as the fruit in later years.
Right.
As we're sowing into generations, or as in his case, I mean, I think that a big thing that affects probably where I work now are the cuts that are being made. A lot of things are being pushed from federal level to state level, and the state kind of falls in line, especially Indiana, with a lot of what he believes and what he thinks, what Trump thinks. And you take snapshots of that, you know, cuts in here, cuts here, cuts here. But I think it's interesting, and actually I had a little bit of revelation of this even today when I was at work, because sometimes if you're in charge, you want to get something done, right? You want to invigorate those people that are under you, around you, and get them to action. You may come out initially pretty hard, just to get okay, wake up from your slumber. You've been kind of chilling for a while and having a good time, but we need to get this thing fixed. So you may come out more harsh to get them started, to get, if it's in the case of some things, like get ideas coming from teams, like let's figure out how to fix this, you know, or let's throw it off let's say they're going to cut Medicare, which they're not, but Medicare by 50%. Well, don't you think everybody that's receiving benefits, or we're going to cut grants by 50%, people receiving those grants, what's immediately going to happen? Okay, how can we keep this going without this grant money coming in?
Right.
But then you start with that, but then you pare it back a little bit over time. They already have had their minds, and you've using their natural talents for them to start making decisions to be like, all right, do we need this? What is most effective, in my case, in patient care or whatever it be? What's most effective, and what do we need to do? And then as they pare that back from 50 to 60 to 70, whatever the less of a cut is, then you're like, okay, I can deal with this.
Right.
So I think sometimes when things come out that way, they seem like they're extremely harsh, but it's a great way to invigorate the minds of Americans, and that our God-given abilities that we've been put in positions to do, to make changes, and then we can implement those. But if you're never challenged, you're never going to make the change.
And another way of looking at that is Jim Collins, in his he's written a couple of books, From Good to Great and Why the Mighty Fail, and there's another one that's really good. But he talks about this kind of metaphorical giant wheel. And if a company's failing, it's going in the wrong direction. And the amount of force it takes, or even being, like you're saying, being harsh at once, to get that wheel to stop and then start to go the right direction. It takes a tremendous amount of force.
Yeah.
But once it's starting to go the right direction, it picks up momentum, and it takes very little to just continue to maintain that moving in the right direction. And I think that's exactly what's happened with Trump. I think it's taken a tremendous amount of force, not just in this administration, but the entire saga that America's gone through in the last 5 years of dealing with stolen elections and COVID and just nuttiness, which we now know it was a complete treason by the Obama administration, authorized by him. I mean, they've got the smoking gun and everything. There's going to be folks underneath him, Brennan and Comey, that are going to go to prison. I mean, they're going to be indicted in Florida, and it needs to happen because justice needs to be served so that we don't have this again, so that people are afraid to do what those guys did. But anyway, it's taken all of that, I think, to get us moving. I mean, folks in this country never thought about tariffs, ever. Never had any, and it isn't about tariffs. What he's done is reset the trade in the world. We saw 17% increase in the trade, the deficit, a 17% decrease in the trade deficit last month or last 2 months or whatever it is. Tremendous movement in the countries around the world buying from America now. And for us to be able to export our goods, and we're still being able to buy from them. But I don't think there's been a single president prior to Trump that's actually even tried to deal with this issue. We didn't even know it was. I mean, you hear about on the news since the time we were growing up about the trade deficit. Like, why do we care about this? I mean, that today there's been another deficit of blah, blah, blah. And they would say that, and it was just like we would go on. Nobody tried to address it, talked about it was either good or bad, and things just went on. And Trump's like, I'm going to do something about it. Now, obviously, there's other things he's done, but yeah, I agree. I think, and I think we don't like our comfort being. I mean, think about it. If you're in a job like that, and someone comes in and says, "Guys, there's a new boss. We got a new way we're doing things."
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in that workforce is irritated and doesn't want to hear that, right?
Because I've been doing it this way for a while.
Yes. But after a while, and he's been having so much success getting his people in place, bad players out, people that are wanting to join the team in, and it takes a while. I think you're starting to see that giant wheel moving forward in the right direction. Yeah. So hopefully we get a president after Trump that's won't take as much force, but continue to move us in a restorative way.
But I think that's where a lot of this comes from, is that exactly like you said, changing the direction.
Yeah.
It's got to be done by force.
Yeah.
And it's not pretty.
No, it's not. And it takes somebody, a leader of the vision, who's making 4 steps ahead, like a chess player.
Yes.
And thinking, I may lose this piece, but it's going to put me in a better position to take the next piece and to put myself up. I think those things are fascinating. Well, I think it's time for our special guest to make an appearance.
Okay.
So, folks, we're gonna have my son Drew, who's been helping to produce the videos.
He's our like our free guest.
Yeah,
he's just right here, so he comes in.
He can't leave, so we have to have him on. And we're going to ask
he's
him
our
some
captive
questions.
guest.
Welcome back, everybody. It was a little more off camera than we were prepared.
Took a while to get Drew here.
Yes, that transition didn't work quite as well as maybe I thought it was going to, which is. We're going to work out the bugs because I think we're going to do that for the next guests that we do.
Yeah.
A little bit of Jimmy and Andrew time before we bring in a guest. Does that sound good?
We need our time.
Yeah, we need our time. Yeah. So, Drew.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to my son, Drew. How long have you known me?
About 16 years.
Huh. Okay.
Yep.
You got anything you want to say?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
So Drew's always behind the scenes. He actually edits the videos. He runs the cameras. He does all that good stuff for us. Back in the background with headphones all the time, but he is out.
Finally.
He's out on the on the vid.
So you've done some YouTube. You've got a couple of YouTube channels, and you used to do videos yourself with what was it? What was your first videos that you did? You put on YouTube?
Me and Daniel did trick shot videos.
Church what?
Trick shot videos.
Trick shot.
Oh yeah,
videos.
starting like Dude Perfect.
Dude Perfect. Yes.
Way back in
Yeah. Did that take off like Dude Perfect?
No.
It's worth a try.
The most we got was like 100 something views.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's about it. And then that died after Daniel stopped.
Daniel left.
Stopped doing
Daniel
trick
left,
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you went on to what else did you start doing?
I did a bunch of random stuff for a little while, and then I did Hot Wheels.
Oh.
That was for a while, and that would do pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I started another channel about shoes, and then that one's gone now because I actually deleted it.
You got rid of
I
it?
accidentally deleted it. Yeah.
You accidentally deleted
I
that?
had like 1,400 subscribers.
Oh,
are you serious?
true.
I didn't. It's whatever. I don't really care because I'll never use it.
You don't have to play hard. I mean, I'd care about 1,400 subscribers. I'd be like, no, man. It's okay to say, I found this out. It's okay to say, man, I messed up. That stinks.
That stinks.
It's all good to say that. Once you grow up, it's all good to say. You don't have to play hard all the time. Like, it's no big deal. 1,400 subscribers. I mean, people will be like all about that.
So, you tell me about some big things that happened for you this year. Anything big happened for you at all this year?
I'm driving.
What?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
I don't know. I'm driving. Gonna get my driving. Gonna get my license in November, early November. That's nice.
It's what he thinks.
Hopefully I pass the test the first time. And then
You wouldn't be the first McNeil to have to take it twice.
hopefully. Yeah, that's it took it twice. And then probably gonna get a car maybe by the end of this year, hopefully. Maybe get a job.
Kind of looking for a job?
Yeah, looking for a job for sure.
Yep, he's looking for a job. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Shoot. Honestly, I don't really know. I wanted to do real estate. That's kind of the one.
Real estate?
Yeah.
Like being a realtor?
No, not really.
Ah,
That
buy
real
and
estate.
sell.
Yeah, buy and sell real
Oh.
estate.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Where'd you get that idea from?
Probably, I guess he's a YouTuber guy that I watch. And
So, influencer influenced you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
he gets a lot of money out of it. And it's
So
pretty much what I do with shoes.
Is that how you pick your job? How much money you're gonna make?
What? What do you mean?
Like you want to be like a real estate person, so you're picking your career by how much money?
No, I think it would be fun. I think it would be
It'll be fun. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and I'm pretty good at buying and selling things.
Ah, yeah, you got a background in that.
Yeah, so that'd be
Yep.
a really fun thing to do. Maybe dream job would be like rebuilding nice cars. That'd be the dream job, but don't know if that pays too well. So yeah.
Well, we've never had nice cars, so I wouldn't know about it.
You rebuild old cars, make them nice, resell them.
Yeah, it'd be like nicer cars. Like you'd start off small and then you get bigger, and then eventually you get into like supercars and stuff, like wrecked ones, and then
Gotcha.
yeah, you sell them for a lot of money. But
Yeah.
Some of those YouTubers
Cars.
are interesting, really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Vice Grip Garage is one that I like. You watch Vice Grip Garage, you should watch it. It's pretty amazing.
I watch Matt Armstrong.
Yeah, so Vice Grip Garage is a good one. He actually goes, buys a car, drives across the country. It doesn't run. He makes it run and drives it home.
That's cool.
The dude's brilliant. I mean, a master mechanic, and he can go through, and he's really good on the camera too. Vice Grip Garage. A friend from church actually recommended it to me, and then we watch it too. It's good stuff.
I actually subscribed to it, but I don't think I've watched any videos yet.
Yeah, you'd like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, clean fun.
Good. Clean. I actually really, I've heard some people say some bad stuff about YouTube, and I'm sure that that's the case.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of good success with it. There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah, once you get your algorithm figured out, you don't get all the junk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, anything, any big life stories you want to share with the world, or?
Wow, this is like putting him on the
I
spot.
know. I prepared him exactly 15-20 minutes before we started shooting.
Yeah.
I gave him almost no warning.
A little bit on the spot.
Let's see here. What school do you go to?
Go to our house. Yeah, McNeil homeschool.
How long has this been happening?
What? I'm in 11th grade now. Yeah.
So you are one or two more years left?
Yeah.
Two more years. Two more years of school starting soon. You looking forward to school this year?
No, not really. No. I knew it.
What's your favorite subject?
I don't really like any of them, but if I had to choose, it'd probably be science.
Science.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes along with the car stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at it. You can always tell a kid that loves a certain subject, they're good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they put the work in. And
Yeah, the other ones they don't do.
No, they put no effort whatsoever.
I was the same way.
Yeah, I'm done with this one.
Don't give me English.
Yeah.
So what do 16-year-old boys? What's going on these days with 16-year-old boys?
Basketball. Well, are you talking about me or talking about
Just in general?
in general?
Yeah. You, your friends. So what do you guys do?
I don't know. Work. Well, a lot of my friends work. That's pretty much all they do. Play video games.
Work, make money. What are you spending money on?
I save my money. I don't.
That's
really
good.
spend my money.
That's good.
They spend their money on car stuff. A lot of car stuff.
Yeah.
That's about
Fast food.
Yeah, a lot of food. But
That's good.
yeah, I like saving money. I don't ever spend hardly any money ever. So
It's interesting.
yeah.
Some people are savers, some are spenders.
Yeah, I was more of a, I thought I was a saver. Well, I would say I was kind of a mix, actually. I like to spend. There's no doubt about it. But I don't hesitate to pull the trigger to spend. Let's just put it that way. But I remember saving. I saved up for my first house. I saved up for my first car. I mean, I saved when I needed to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes you get frustrated with the rate of saving and go out and buy a Big Mac. I mean, it's like I'm eating out. I don't care, that kind of thing.
Well,
That's just not a good-
you reward yourself for your work,
Yeah.
and I think that you kind of do that at a young age. Sometimes as you start, I had a hard shift. I made some money today. I'm gonna go spend it.
Yeah.
And
before long, you don't have any money saved
yeah,
up.
I know, because every day's hard.
Yeah,
every
every
day
day's
you need a
hard.
Big Mac after it,
That's right.
or need some Taco Bell after it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna try to work at Crew Car Wash. They denied me, and then Culver's. I was gonna work at Culver's, but then
a lot of homeschoolers work at Culver's.
Yeah.
a lot
Or
of
Chick-fil-A. But we applied online, and then we literally were leaving like that next day or
Yeah.
something,
We
and
just we
they
got caught.
requested a.
Yeah.
It's like probably should have waited to come back, and anyway, it'll work out. God's got a plan for you. Let's see, what else?
What else is so you work, you spend money, you're in school. How much are you thinking about like the 20s or the 30s? Probably not the 30s at all.
Yeah, not
Are you
the
thinking about the 20s at all?
20s, yeah.
You think about the 20, when you're in your 20s?
Yeah.
What you might be doing and
Yeah.
Do
Family and
okay.
that,
That's
yeah.
good stuff.
yeah.
That's good to think
Job.
about.
Make sure they have a good job and
Yeah.
hopefully a family by then. I mean, it depends on what age of the 20s, but
Yeah. You think about that's good.
No, I think part of your plan is that eventually you will be rich, and you're going to buy something really nice for your mom and dad, right?
yeah. I'll buy you guys
Get a family in my 30s. I'm going to secure my parents so they don't have to.
yeah. By the
This-
time I'm 30, you guys are gonna be like old and
No, not at all. No,
Yeah.
30.
No, not that far away.
That's 14 years.
Yeah,
You guys are gonna be pretty old. 60 something. Oh, will you be retired by then?
maybe not. At this rate, no.
I'll retire you before.
I might be working till I'm keeling over. I don't know.
So you're a different generation than us. So when we were breaking down these generations,
Yeah.
so we found out Andrew is and I don't know where they started coming up with this. I think they just
So
kind
I'm
of.
a Gen Xer, right?
You're a Gen X.
Mm-hmm. You're a millennial?
I'm technically a Gen Y, which is a millennial.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
yes.
Y, they don't do a Y. So
Andrew's a Gen Z?
Gen Z.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what was that again? We said Gen Zs were
1997 to 2012.
Yes.
so three
Yes.
different. We would call this three different generations right here.
Yeah. And there was something really interesting that Greg Laurie, the evangelist who was pretty prominently featured in the Jesus Revolution movie, and he's still going strong today in California. He posted something on X, and it was really encouraging. I'm going to read it real quick. Reach over here. And he said the data told us Gen Z was. I can't read it like this, but pull the mic. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
that's all
will
good. No.
The data told us Gen Z was walking away from Christianity. Instead, they're walking toward it. He did this. He posted this 2 days ago. Bible sales are up 22%. And it's not grandma buying them, it's Gen Z and young adults. Young men are converting to Christ at higher rates than young women for the first time ever. That's crazy.
Men higher than women.
And, yeah. It isn't just church talk, it's showing up in pop culture. 2 Christian songs done by Brandon Lake and Forrest Frank are on the Billboard Hot 100. The Chosen and House of David are topping streaming platforms. And in Southern California, 30,000 people have been baptized in just 2 years with a direct connection to the Jesus Revolution film that inspired them to do this in the spot where the Jesus movement did it 50 years ago. You kind of couple that with what's here locally. I mean, the churches are full, honestly. Mm-hmm. And there's just a lot of young people that have decided, starting their families or whatever it is, they're turning to the Lord, and we see it reflected in politics. I know we've talked about this before. So if you could vote, who would you vote for?
I'd definitely vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Get off the show. Yeah, no, you're done.
Definitely Trump.
It's your vote, buddy. It's your vote.
Yeah.
Your vote, your voice.
Yeah. But
you think you'll vote when it's time to vote?
Yeah. It'll probably be. I don't know. That'd be cool. if JD Vance did something by that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be really cool. I like him a lot. But no, I've noticed personally, because I'm on social media and I have friends and stuff, I've noticed a lot. Our generation's switched a lot from other older people.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I have no clue, honestly.
You don't?
No, but I mean, it's probably because they're the better people.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, you talking about all politics?
Yeah. Like in just in general, what we're switching towards.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of like Christian movement stuff. I can tell 100% with our generation and stuff.
What do you think it is about your generation that kind of wants that?
I think we got fed up with the past generation that didn't. We got fed up with that because that's all that we've been kind of fed for our whole lives. So we're kind of getting fed up with that and changing to something that's different and better.
Yeah,
rejecting the blue hairs and the LGBTQ and the radical leftist movement and all of just recruiting kids at kindergarten and first and second grades to question their identity. I think this generation's tired. They just want to be left alone and be normal. I think there's an embracing, which is interesting, of traditional marriage, traditional homes, families. People want to have a good, solid home. It's really encouraging, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm just speculating here, but with this generation, Drew has seen, and my kids the same way. You can get an answer to something so fast.
Yeah.
Think about when we wanted an answer to something. You would ask everybody in your family, "Hey, what's the capital of such and such?" And then you would have to go get an encyclopedia and look it up and this and. But now, all this information is so easily available.
Yeah.
But I kind of think the beginning, maybe even my generation, the millennials, are really. They trust all that information that's coming from whatever it would be, other sources online. And then this generation is seeing that one and saying, okay, I can get it, but what I really am looking for is truth.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what this generation seeks more than anything else is I can get 1,000 answers, right, from so many different people, but I just want truth.
Right.
Because I don't want to be pulled in a bunch of different directions. Yeah. And I think that's the reason why that they're going back to the ultimate truth. We know that this is truth. Right? Even if you're not a Christian, you can read through this. This is historical data.
Right.
And this is like the original history book. And there's so much in the Bible that if you read it and use it in your life, you're going to prosper.
Right.
And even in tough times, there's encouragement in there.
And I think the other thing that you can't discount, you can't take away, is that Jesus is real.
Yeah.
So there is the truth aspect of it, which he is, but he's also alive.
That's
so
true.
there's an experience that happens when you accept Christ and when you follow him. It's not like following another religion, which has, shades of truth or things that are sort of true or whatever it is. Jesus is real. So you have that experience, and once they come into that, you're right. It's like, why would you let that go? It's real. That love is real. It's love like you've never known before. So I think coupled with the fact that intellectually, yes, you're right. I think they're rejecting, but also when they're coming to Christ, they have an experience of a living relationship that is just. It's never gonna go away. They're gonna hold on to that, and you can't really explain that, can you? You can say it's in a relationship, but until someone experiences it, for themselves,
And I think the beauty of this is they have so many answers, they have so many questions with a ton of answers, but when looking for the truth, when they find it. It's like something they lock into, and you almost like you block out the rest, because you see the rest is false.
Right.
I know that I have a pastor one time that said, and this made a lot of sense to me about tuning in the Holy Spirit, but like when it comes to like radio waves, right? So around us right now, there's radio waves all over the place.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't see them, right?
Yeah.
They're all over. Like ham radio people are all into this stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all over. It just matters which one that you tune into. But once you tune into,
you can tune everything else out.
Yeah. Once you lock in, you're like, oh my goodness, that's truth. And then you're locked into that.
Yeah.
All these waves are still going on.
Yeah.
But you lock into that. And I think this generation is searching more than previous generations that may have just relied on what they were told by people around them, even people in their church, or their parents or whatever it would be. Yeah. They were relying on those resources, whereas this generation is like, no, you know what? I know that I can tune in.
Yeah.
I can search.
Yeah.
And I think they're searching and finding a lot more than the previous ones.
Yep, I agree.
What the devil meant for bad, God can use for good every time. And I think we're seeing that happen right now with Generation Z, and with the statistics that are coming out. Satan never has anything new.
No.
Nothing new, 100% defeated, same old tricks, but this generation is different.
Yeah.
Because they've been forced in these multiple different ways to make decisions, and they're just looking for the answer.
Yeah, amen. So, Drew, you've had to listen to every single podcast, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Everyone from the very beginning? I don't think you listened to the very, very beginnings, did you? Because me and Jimmy just did it for a while.
What was the best one?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
You're going to ask. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. You're good. Self-gratifying. Which is the best one? He's
which
gonna
one?
Be like none.
Which
I
one?
had to listen to them 4 times to get them edited.
To be honest, probably there's so many.
Oh, that's the politically correct answer. That's terrible.
They go in one ear out the other. But I'd say the best one probably that I can remember is probably your last one, because that's probably about the only one that I can remember right now. So.
Short-term memory.
Yeah.
That was Kristen Snow.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was actually really good. I did actually.
It was actually really good.
Yeah,
actually, well spoken.
Really
yeah, I thought it was excellent. I really enjoyed that one. I've enjoyed all of our guests, honestly, and we're going to have a whole lot more coming. Jimmy's got them lined up, so we're going to have some good guests and some very interesting stories.
Yeah.
And that'll be really fun. And of course, we'll still kind of cover the news and that sort of stuff. But yeah.
I actually did really like Steve's though.
Yeah, Steve's was really good too. We got a lot of good feedback from that too. And we'll have to have him back on again, and maybe talk about that again. But we'll switch it up a little. But I think, he deals with workforce issues a lot. That's what his job is really, anyway. career kind of issues, switching careers and that kind of thing, doing that stuff. But I thought of his practical advice was really good for some of that stuff. And it was encouraging for me, who doesn't have a college degree.
Nobody would know, Andrew, unless you said that.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, turning it off now." But it's encouraging, that there's still, and I think even more now. And of course, I don't want to get off this, but there's even more of a path now, I think, career-wise, without a degree than there used to be, just because we're so diverse in this economy. I mean, people can get on YouTube, and if they get enough of a following, they don't need anything more than that. They can make a living, hosting their own YouTube channel. I can't, but other people could, that are entertaining and really want to do that. But, so, no, I'm excited.
We got to talk about Ryan Trahan.
Well, that was kind of a thing that happened this summer. You didn't really watch it that much?
I watched like a couple of the things that he did. I've watched him before just because the kids watch. He's actually very entertaining.
So he took his wife. They went on a 50 states in 50 days, and which is crazy. That's a great subject, I thought. Because,
it is.
Because wouldn't you like to try that? Wouldn't you like to pull that off? Stayed in the best that he could find Airbnbs in each state. And had to make it. I mean, it was crazy. He had, and you go to his YouTube to watch it, but he was raising money for St. Jude's, and he had a goal of 1 million, and he cleared 11.5 million raised for St. Jude. And it was just what you could tell. And I remember, and nobody's going to remember this but me. Maybe you would remember this, but back in the day, Rush Limbaugh had a guy call in. Called Dan from Colorado. Do you remember this? From Boulder, Colorado. Called in and he needed money. He couldn't afford a subscription to the Rush Limbaugh letter or something like that. I think that's what it was. And so Rush was like, I'm not just going to give you, we're going to find a way for you to make money and blah, blah, blah. So it was called Dan's Bake Sale. Do you remember that? Oh, my gosh. And it just went from Rush suggesting him starting a bake sale to earn the money for the subscription to hundreds of thousands of people descending on that place, and Rush showed up and they did. It was just a giant carnival, and I mean it was amazing. But it's that kind of thing that it starts and it just begins to steamroll, and you can tell when you're watching his series where he posted a video every single day with his wife, which is really fun. It starts to take off. And they start reading if you donated $5,000 to St. Jude, you could post a message and he would read it at the end of the video. And you could just tell, I mean, it was just starting to take off. And then suddenly all of these corporate sponsors are coming in and it's steamrolling. And finally his segment where he's reading the donations oh my gosh, is half the video.
Yeah,
it's just
to be able to get 11 million.
It really took off, and I think that was exciting to see. And I think it blew his mind. I don't think he was expecting it to do that. And he kind of a lot of the other YouTubers that are pretty big people out there are praising him for what he did because he kind of he rewrote the YouTube again, the way to make money on it, the way to really capture the imagination and stuff. He'd get about 2 million views per video.
So I don't doubt it.
There's probably still.
And it's going to keep going, and people are going to go watch it because it's really entertaining. And it's each state, so everybody from a state's going to want to see, what did you experience in that state? And
did you see Indiana's?
No,
Indiana's.
Where do you stay?
Embarrassing. I don't even.
Middlebury, Indiana. So he was coming from the northern route from Ohio because he was going to try to get into Michigan. In fact, I think he went from Ohio to Michigan, and then he went right down to Middlebury and then over to Illinois. So it was a cabin. Airbnb was fine. The winner, so they awarded and I don't even know if I should. I mean, if you want to watch it and you don't want to have it spoiled, don't listen to this. But the spoiler alert. But the winner was a tree. It was called Treetopia in Oklahoma, and it was literally was it their top? It was either the fourth or fifth stop or third stop that they had, and it stayed at number one the entire time.
It was so cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of really cool Airbnbs and a lot of cool stuff and he's just so good. And here's the thing: he had a lot of messages praising the Lord, and a lot of people saying you're showing the love of Christ. And he wouldn't mention the Lord. but you could just tell, and he's shared his testimony on other videos where basically his wife led him to the Lord. And he was an avowed atheist. I mean, he lost his mother at a young age, and I think he was bitter about that and just hard. And his early YouTube videos, man, he's cussing, and I think you can tell it's just a different Ryan. And he turned his life over to the Lord, and it's just really cool. He's got the greatest, I mean, sweet spirit. Just really a joy to watch, honestly. And even though the message of the Lord is just getting through, even with all the people that are donating, and it was really cool. So that was a highlight of the summer. We kind of watched that as a family every night. So.
Ryan.
Yeah. Well, I think, folks, that's probably going to be a wrap for us. Once again, please like and subscribe, which we probably should have said that a lot earlier because very few people watch to the very, very end.
I'm the editor, so I'll put the little...
Okay, you'll put the tag in there.
Like and subscribe.
If you want to get a hold of us, besides making a comment in YouTube, because there's a lot of folks that listen to your favorite podcasting service, whether it's Apple or what is it? The Apple, Amazon, or Spotify. Send us an email at themcsquaredpodcast
at gmail.com.
And Jimmy always has to do that for me because I'm like, it is such a long...
It is.
Yeah.
We had to get the right one, though.
I mean, we did.
There's a lot of MC Squared podcasts out there. We're the MC Squared podcast.
If you look at them, they're all imposters. You're like, what are you doing?
I know.
That's
they
our
really
name.
don't have very many.
Yeah, so it's themcsquaredpodcast at gmail.com.
Yes.
Send us an email. Send us a question. Jimmy will read it.
If you want to be on and talk about the kingdom of God, we're kind of open to that too. So
yeah, absolutely. Or if you have someone you think would be a good guest, or just a question, a topic you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, about how great the New England Patriots are going to be this year.
Yeah, if you don't know, Andrew's New England Patriots fan. So we'll just kind of end on that one.
Yeah, we'll just end on that one. We'll see you guys next time.
Quiet. Thanks for watching. See you later.
I got a fire in me. You're gonna set to burn.